What is up, everybody? Tyler Fullerton here, breaking down keto, low carb weight loss as simple as possible for you. Fullerton Nutrition Q&A show right here. So whatever questions you guys have, make sure to drop them below and I will come back and answer them if we are not live. If you're ever missing these, always go on YouTube. You can check them out there, Fullerton Nutrition and the live Q&A show. So whatever questions you guys have, I will let you know exactly what I do, what I have my clients to do to get that fat off the body, making that weight loss thing as simple as possible. So with that, let's jump into it. So as always, I go back and check and see what all the questions that were asked on the YouTube channel or on Facebook and get those questions answered first for the people who don't have time to watch it live and can come back, watch the previous one and be able to get those questions answered. So first question was, so in order to lose weight, I have to eat all my macros. So with the macros, what is up? How are you? So with the macros, yes, if you hit your macro goals, your carbs, fats, and proteins in grams, I'm not talking percentages, I'm talking grams. If you hit your macro goals, then yes, you are gonna hit your calories. So I always tell everyone you gotta hit your macro goals. That is super important because so many people are under eating and that will absolutely hinder and slow down those results. So yes, make sure you are hitting those macro goals. I cannot stress that enough. So with that, my macro goals, what I like to do, what I like to set everybody up on is doing 60% of the calories are coming from fats. So 60% fat and then 35% protein and then 5% carbs. That's what I like to set up on, make it super easy to hit those calorie goals, and that is what I like to do. So, hey Tyler, came in across, so Nacho Friend, that's a funny username. I don't seem to digest food well on keto, lots of bathroom issues, but I do love the way I feel since I've reduced my sugars. Recently, I decided to incorporate a few more healthy carbs into my diet to help my constant bathroom problems. Thing like chia seed, strawberries, and blueberries, so I guess I'm doing more of a low carb versus keto. Based on that, should my calorie intake change, I think I'd like to consume 50 to 125 carbs a day. So taking in the carbs, the complex carbs, you're still going to get results. So you don't have to stress out about that. So if you're doing 50 grams, you're still going to get great results doing 50 grams of carbs. So yes, you still need to hit your calories. I wouldn't change your calories because you're taking those in. I would change your macronutrients a little bit. You can mess around with the percentages in MyFitnessPal and see where the grams will get you around 50 to 125. I would try and stay around 50. But the quinoa, so complex carbs, so like brown rice, quinoa, grains and stuff like that. Stay away from the flours. That'll definitely spike. But like brown rice, sweet potatoes. What's funny is sweet potatoes actually has more carbs than actual white potatoes. So yeah, I would go in and just change your macros a little bit on MyFitnessPal to make it a little bit easier for you. So that's what I would do. But one thing is, I would try and take in more protein, and I've seen so many people who are scared to take in too much protein to where the bathroom problem is ridiculous. So taking in more proteins, that can definitely help solid everything up if you get what I'm putting down. But let's see here. I'm so overwhelmed. Too many Pinterest options, so much info, I feel like giving up. Don't give up. There's literally no reason to give up. It is so simple to get that fat off the body. You just need a good game plan. So with that game plan, hit your calories, hit your macro goals, your carbs, fats, and proteins. And then if you can do intermittent fasting is a game changer. But honestly, everybody's already doing intermittent fasting, so I wouldn't be too stressed out about that one. But that's all you have to do. Download MyFitnessPal. Literally, I have everything step by step on here already and on YouTube as well. Literally step by step of exactly what I do, what I have my clients do to get that fat off of the body. So don't stress out about it. You can go to the YouTube Fullerton Nutrition and check it out on there. Literally step by step, so simple on how to do low carb keto, of exactly what I'm doing and what I have my clients do. I'll find your YouTube. Yeah, definitely. It's super simple on there. It's really step by step. And I have a Fullerton Nutrition daily, literally vlogging everything that I do, what I'm eating, why I'm eating it, and tidbits and tricks on every single daily as well. As you guys will see with my meals, they are super simple. They're not complicated. I'm not Betty Crocker. So you guys will find that out with watching those Fullerton Nutrition dailies. And as always with the Q&As, the Q&As are on YouTube as well. How it works is tonight is Tuesday. I'm going to post tonight's Q&A Tuesday. So with whatever questions you have, if you miss it and you weren't able to watch the whole thing and see the questions, you can go on YouTube, the YouTube channel, and watch it and ask the questions. You can ask your questions tonight on that one too. And then I will come back and answer those questions first like I did tonight. But as always, guys, don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no dumb questions, so please drop whatever questions you guys have. What do you need help with? What do you need to be broken down for you? Let's see. You can go and change out your macronutrients. So how I set my macros up in MyFitnessPal, all you do is go to MyFitnessPal, go to goals, settings, or goals, whichever way. And I like to set up my macros. 60% of my calories are coming from my fats. 35% is going to be protein, 5% is going to be carbs. I stay around 20 grams of carbs, not net. I'm doing all carbs. So make sure you are hitting your calories. I cannot stress that enough. What will happen is your metabolism will boost once you start hitting those calories, and you'll actually find yourself actually being hungry. I like doing intermittent fasting as well with it. That helps tremendously to actually being able to eat those calories for those meals. I do 3 meals a day. My calorie intake is 2,400 every single day. I break it up by 3. It's 800 calories per meal. It makes it super easy. So I do the intermittent fasting. My first meal is at 12. Your time can be completely different. If you're hyperglycemic, you can't do intermittent fasting. Just throwing that out there. So with the intermittent fasting, I take my first meal in at 12 o'clock. Usually it's my meal replacement, true meal, 0 sugar, less than 2 grams of carbs. It literally tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. I actually make mine in coffee, and it tastes delicious. That's my first meal right before I go to the gym. I found that it's a lot more beneficial for the body to take in protein before you go to the gym, so it can actually start to repair those muscles while you're at the gym. Let's see. I'm going to try and share this to another group. But yeah, start tracking those calories, start hitting those calorie goals, and see what happens. I find myself not wanting to eat. I will go a whole day and not eat. Clothes are getting saggy. I'll track my calories. I'm not a huge vegetable eater. Maybe 4 days during the week. Is that okay? I guess more of carnivore eater than any other side of option. That's still fine. Like I said, no matter what you're doing, you still have a certain amount of calories to hit. But those veggies are definitely going to help you get your vitamins and minerals in and all that good stuff. With the veggies. I do 15 minutes of cardio and then an hour and a half of weights. Yeah, you definitely don't need an hour and a half of weights unless you're literally doing a set, sitting on a machine for like 15 minutes. But try supersetting. So let's say you have 4 exercises. And I'm going to throw this out here. Let's say you have squats, leg press, leg curl, leg extensions. What you would do is go squat, leg curl, leg extension, leg press. Yeah, so you would literally go, I'm just going to throw numbers out. So, for instance, for me, today's leg day. So, this is literally what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do back squat, leg curl, and then seated leg curl. So, I'm going to go 12, 12, 12. No break in between. I'll literally go from that squat rack straight to the leg curl, straight to the seated leg curl. 12, 12, 12. Then I'll take about a 30-second to a minute break, jump back into it again. You're quick, you're in, you're out. It's almost like interval training because you're going high intensity for those exercises, and then you take a break, and then you come back on. So, you spike that heart rate up. Guys, lifting heavy will bring up your heart rate. You're not going to turn into Arnold lifting heavy. I promise. I've been trying to do it forever for the past 10 years and it hasn't worked. So do not be afraid of those weights. You need lean muscle mass. It is so beneficial for the body. When you have lean muscle mass, the more lean muscle mass you have, the higher metabolism you'll have. So higher resting metabolic rate. So more calories you can burn. I appreciate all your advice. Absolutely. Seriously, that's awesome. 90 pounds in a year. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're not at your goal, keep it up. If you are, do not get complacent. Keep doing what you are doing. I also would rather eat eggs and and meats, but trying to get more veggies in as much as I can. I'm very picky on veggies. I totally get it. Trust me. All I do is green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, and asparagus sometimes if I'm doing a ribeye steak. Those are the veggies I have, and honestly, I'm doing it like once or twice. As you'll see in the Fullerton Nutrition Dailies on YouTube, or even on the Facebook page, you'll see them on there as well. But if anyone's watching these on shared videos, make sure to actually comment on the original Fullerton Nutrition page, because if you're not commenting on the original one, you won't be able to see these. So just make sure you're actually commenting on the right page so you don't miss out on your question getting answered. Let's see here. Trying to see what other groups are out here that I could share these out on. What else you guys got for me? Like I said, there's no dumb questions. You can ask anything. This will probably be a pretty short live, but there are people watching. So my goal is just to make this as simple as possible. I'm a trainer. I've been doing this forever. Started doing keto 3 to 4 years ago. Had my own personal training studio. Then I started Fullerton Nutrition with the best meal replacement ever. Let's see here. I'm going to probably be able to end this and then have a watch party. Drives me crazy. I wonder if any of these magical buttons, mystery mask, live video, popular mask, it's so crazy. You can add a mask. I wonder what that even means. Comment. Oh, that's cool. There's a flash button. You can flip the camera. Effects. Alright, let's see here. So like I said, if anyone's watching these on these shared videos, make sure to comment on the original post so you can actually get that question answered, because I can't see any questions on shared videos. So make sure to hit the Fullerton Nutrition page, click on that, and then you'll go right down and you'll be able to see the live so you can get your question answered. Let's see here. Which other one can we share it out on? I bet what happened was it got deleted real quick out of a group, because that's what always happens. Because the admins of these groups don't like anyone helping anybody out. I think it's going to take too long to get that one out. Probably. But if everybody who's watching who has watched, like I said, everything is pre-recorded. You'll be able to watch these on YouTube. And if you have questions and you missed it actually live, go to Fullerton Nutrition on YouTube, and you will be able to share. Cool. You will be able to ask your questions. So tonight's Tuesday's live Q&A. So you go on YouTube, you will see the Q&A of tonight's. Go and comment any questions you have, and I will answer those questions on Thursday. Trying to go live on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 6:30, 7 o'clock Arizona time, because that's where I am from. That's where I live. So giving you guys a heads up. So make sure you guys hit that like, share, comment, the bell button, whatever you got to do so you don't miss a Q&A, so you can get those questions answered, so I can make this keto weight loss thing as simple as possible, because it absolutely is easy. Pete, what is up, man? I see you're watching. You were awesome on TV, by the way. I watched your segment. That's pretty sweet. It's crazy. You had the same segment place where I had my segment, so that was awesome. Hopefully you guys got a lot of business and stuff from it, because I got lots of orders of True Meal doing that. Love it, Pete, as always. Let's see here. What else you guys got? If anyone's watching else on any shares, make sure to go to the Fullerton Nutrition page so you can actually get your question answered. So with whatever you guys have, you can comment below, and I'll let you know exactly what I do, what I have my clients do. So from the beginning of this live, talked about literally broke down how to lose weight real quick. Hit your calories, stay away from the carbs and sugars. You got to track those macronutrients, and so many people are under eating. It is crazy, but everyone thinks everyone is overeating, and they're doing all this exercise. Everyone's been told to eat less, do more, but what happens is you can start to go into starvation mode, and you can start to burn your own muscle mass as calories. That's why it is so important to hit your macros. And do not be afraid of the proteins. So many people are afraid of proteins, and you're going to spike insulin, but guess what? If you're calorie deficient, your body's not going to have time to be able to convert that protein into sugar to have an insulin spike. So make sure you're hitting the right amount of proteins. I like to do 30% of my calories from protein. That's what I like to do, and a lot of my clients switching over to that way has helped tremendously. And then talking about carbs, doing net carbs versus all carbs. A lot of people are counting net carbs. Guess what? If you're counting net carbs, you could have 200 grams of carbs, but say you're having 180 grams of fiber, sugar, alcohols, and you're like, I'm only having 20 grams net carbs. No, you really had 200 grams of carbs. So to back that one up as well, literally tracking blood meter, ketones, and all of that stuff. Ate a bag of green beans, kicked me out of ketosis. So you still got to track those calories and carbs even from your vegetables. That is so key on that point. So don't miss out on those. Make sure you're hitting those carbs and proteins and fats. And yes, you can have too many fats. You can have way too much fat. You gotta have the macro breakdown of them. You can't eat 10,000 calories of fat and expect to lose weight. It just doesn't happen. You still have to be calorie deficient. So for everybody saying you don't have to measure your fats, you can have as much as you want, that is not true. Let's see here. Of course it was. Let's see here. What else you guys got? Like I said, there's no dumb questions. Ask whatever you got. What is this? All right, let's see here. So trying to go live Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 6:30, 7 o'clock Arizona time. So make sure to check your Google clocks to know what time I'm actually going live. And they're posted later that night on YouTube, so where you can go, and if you didn't get to watch it live, you can go watch it on YouTube and be able to get your questions answered there. So what will happen is you ask a question on the last YouTube video of the Q&A show, and I will come back and answer it the following day for the Q&A. So if you see the Thursday one, those questions will not get answered until Monday the next week. So with that, I make it easy, so I answer all the questions that were previously asked on the YouTube one of the comments, and that will get answered the next day. So everybody who missed it, is their questions will get answered first, so they don't have to watch a long video to get their question answered. To me, the first ones ran off. What is the fastest way to lose weight? Hit your carbs, hit your fats, hit your proteins, hit your calories. That's literally all you have to do. Everyone makes this way overcomplicated than it needs to be. Seriously, guys. All you have to do is that. And getting your carbs and fats and proteins from good sources. I'm not saying crackers and all this stuff out of a box. Eat clean meals. I'm talking like ribeye steaks. Eat your steaks. Have veggies with it. Throw some oils on there. Eggs, sausage. I don't like doing bacon. If you guys want to know what I'm doing every single day, I have the Fullerton Nutrition, what is it called? The Fullerton Nutrition Daily Show. It's on YouTube. You can literally watch every single day what I'm doing, how I'm eating, all of my meals, and I do a lot of quick tips on those videos as well. They're pretty short, but there's 24 episodes already of that, of breaking it down of exactly what I eat to get summer ready. So one thing with that question is don't stress out about the scale. Everyone wants to get on that scale. They want to see all these huge numbers. The Biggest Loser is the worst show in the world for everybody trying to lose weight. They're seeing people drop 10 to 20 pounds in a week is absolutely ridiculous. If you go and dig deep into the show and how it really works, you'll be mind blown and never want to watch it again. But what's funny is I am watching this new season just because it's just so frustrating watching it on how things happen. And when people drop 2 or 3 pounds in 1 week, you just see everyone's faces. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's devastating. And they like make such a big deal that it wasn't a good weight loss. If you lost 2 pounds a week, that's 8 pounds a month. That is literally 96 pounds in 1 year. You didn't put 96 pounds on in 1 year. So think of it that way. Don't stress out about that scale. You have to go off your before and after pictures. That is so key to it. If you do before and after pictures, you do it every month, you will see a difference as long as you're hitting your macronutrients, your carbs, fats, and proteins, and your calories. If you're hitting your macros, you're hitting your calories. I get that question a lot. I tried cutting out all carbs, put back all lost and went off, but it's all back on plus more. So that's the thing. People, when you get results, when you're happy with where you're at, you can't go back to what made you gain weight in the first place. You gain weight because of all the carbs and sugars. You can't just start eating it again just because you're happy with where you're at. Your body will absolutely put that weight back on. It's just you got to stick to it. It's a way of eating. You got to look at food as nutrients. You have to eat to live, not live to eat. Meaning, look at a plate of food. You look at a plate of ribeye steaks. What's up, Sandra? You look at a plate of ribeyes. If you look at a plate of a steak and veggies, you're getting your fats, you're getting your proteins, you're getting your vitamins and minerals on that plate. Then you look at a plate of cake. What are you getting out of that? Sugar and carbs and a little bit of fat. What do you get? What's that going to do for your body? You're going to feel terrible. You're going to have a blood sugar spike. You're going to have an insulin spike. You're going to have all those carbs and sugars now. You're going to get kicked right out. It's going to take about 2 to 3 days to regulate that blood sugar back down to start burning fat again. So that's how you have to start looking at food. It will change the way you eat when you go out to eat, when you go to family, friends' houses. You can go anywhere and still eat clean. Unless you're at a candy shop, then yeah, you're not going to be able to eat clean there. But if you change the way you look at food, you will absolutely change the way your body looks. And I can guarantee you that. But let's see here. What else do we have coming on? It's pretty long. It's pretty good one. Pretty good questions coming in. But like I said, guys, you guys run the show. Without your questions, there is no Q&A. But with that, like I said, it's all, if you're rewatching this anywhere, if you're watching this on a shared, you got to make sure to follow the original Fullerton Nutrition post because I can't see those comments. So make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, because this entire video will be posted on YouTube within the next couple of hours. So if you missed it live, go and comment on the Q&A show on Fullerton Nutrition YouTube channel, and I will come back and answer all those questions on Thursday's live Q&A. Thursday is going to be a tough one because I'm actually traveling to Oregon, which is going to be pretty sweet for you guys to watch. I'm actually going to do Fullerton Nutrition daily while flying in the airport, how to still eat clean while traveling. So stay tuned to that. And don't miss a Q&A. So make sure to hit that like, subscribe, share button so you never miss one. And don't forget the share button because you never know who of your friends groups can actually be watching this and start to lose weight and make it click for them and start to get results because you don't know what people are going through. Have an amazing night, everybody. Seriously, thank you guys all for asking those questions.